what am I going to entertain you with today? Here before me I have a vintage DW5700C, and yes, it is a screw down case back. Now normally this will have a round bezel, but I've put a square one, and it will come with a resin strap, but I've got a GW-B5600 bracelet on there, and I've even got the little red links, and this is just to pick out the little bit of red right there. I call this my Batman GShock. So my point is that these bracelets are pretty impossible to find, and if you do find them, then they are very, very expensive. So I've been busy on eBay, and look what I found. Replacement, steel and plastic. I must say that this bracelet looks pretty like the original, and going through it slowly you can see it is pretty much the original. But what isn't original is the price. Now you can pick these up for $14. That's about £12, and that's delivered through your postbox. Well, I've ordered one because I want to know, is it any good? And also, can I change these links and add them onto the original bracelet? Well, let's just get on with it. I've ordered the 16mm version because I think this will suit the DW5700C better. And it comes in a sealed packet like this, but I've already snipped the end to save time. So removing it from the packet, and it's included with the spring bars. First impressions, this is very light indeed. So what I think I'm going to do is remove the original strap from my DW5600C 7000.501 GGA and show you a weight comparison. Going to test the cheap one first from eBay. 26 grams. Well, I thought it was light. This is just the spare links on the original, 2 of them. Look, even that weighs 4 grams, and with the whole bracelet you're looking at 47 grams, so it's nearly double the weight. I've got to be completely honest, this is really cheap, and I really would not recommend it. That is what I'm going to kick off with. No messing around with Mr. Rangeman. It just feels so cheap, really light and plasticky. Whereas on the original, I've just got the links there. This part here feels rubberized, and the quality of plastic here is just on another level. Now if I put them sort of in that position, you can see the link on the original is slightly wider, but where the real difference is on the underside. Look at that. Now that looks like that's got pins that you push out, not spring pins, where these have individual spring pins. Without making it too wordy, the original has these metal parts right on the end there, so when you put in the spring pins in, you're not abusing the resin. Well, I'm sure I could have made that less wordy. Micro adjustments, you have 3 on that side and you have 4 on that one. Now looking at the sizes, you can see the original is longer, and that's also the G-Shock there is rubberized. So looking inside in the clasp, let's take that sticker off. It's like that, it's a very matte finish, where on this one, oh, they both have double deployment clasps as well. This one has lots of fingerprints in there, but it's that sort of shiny DLC coated black. I don't think it is, but it could be, but I don't think it is. It could be, I'm not sure. It might be. Well, I don't think it is DLC, but it's like that, and it's got some Vietnam inside. Well, this one just says full stainless. Now, I'm not sure how strong that part is. There is a little bit of movement in there, but when it's closed, yeah, I suppose that's going to be okay. On the original, it still has the wobbliness, but the pins look a lot thicker as well. And then when you close it, it just feels stronger. The original has a number there on the end link, while the other one doesn't. They've got the sort of shape right, but it's those pins I'm not sure about. Let's see what actually happens if I push something in there. Let's have some spring pins. Well, they're definitely not spring pins, but they are definitely pins. Look at that, I'm pushing that one out. And What I want to see is, are they interchangeable? The spring pins are from the original, and that is what's coming out from the aftermarket one. Look at the thickness difference. Using the aftermarket strap and then putting the links in from the original, it just feels very awkward indeed. It just doesn't feel like that fits very well at all. Feels like it's just gonna rub on the edge there when I do that. So I'm not even gonna bother putting the pin in, or should I? Yeah, let's do it. Well, I've just put that in, and it wasn't too bad, I guess, to put it in. I practically just pushed it in with my thumbnail. And I was right, on this edge here, it just has a little bit of rubbing. You can just feel it, where on this side, it's feeling much, much freer. You can actually feel there's a resistance as well. So what happens if I do it the other way around? And you know I like my detailing. Now that is the original hole which takes the spring pin, but on this one, look how thin that is. So you're going to either have to drill it out or use their silly little pin. And that's as far as I can get that little push pin in, because on the inside it has those metal parts. So yeah, that's a big fat fail. There's the difference. This is when the cost comes into play on the original, because look at the extra detail they've added there. And they've done that on either side, where on the cheap one they've just drilled these little holes and they're using these very silly little pins. Look, just about pick it up. They're using those. So yeah, there is the difference. So do you actually trust this? So here it is, fitted. What do you think, guys? Now, what are you thinking of this texture here? Whereas on the original, it's all smooth. Now, to me, that would make a good nail file, but it also would attract all that dirt. Well, to be honest, I haven't fitted it. And the reason why is because I think this is the biggest load of turd I've ever seen. It is so cheap and light and flimsy that I think I could possibly just break it in my hand here. Watch this. Now look at the damage on that, and that took no effort whatsoever. I mean, that is just so awful. It's even bent the pin. Now, instead of wasting $14 on this pathetic bracelet, I would recommend one of these silicone mats for all your little watch repairs, and it's available on my Amazon shop as well. I just thought I would put it out there. I thought I would just mention it. Hopefully I've saved you from embarrassment or from losing your G-Shock. Don't go for these cheap bracelets. I would not recommend them. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. God, that sounded cheap. Let's have a real G-Shock. Thanks for watching. Wow, now that's the difference. The only decent thing about the bracelet was the 3 spare spring bars they included. Anyway, I don't even actually think I'm going to trust those as well, thinking about it.